The events of the novel take place in a dystopian future where books are banned, and firefighters don't put out fires. They set fire to houses where books are found. This society is built on consumption and entertainment. People don't think about their own lives. They don't have deep feelings, and the government controls information through television and the media. The main character, Guy Montag, works as a firefighter and does his job without asking questions. He enjoys watching books burn, feeling satisfaction from the bright flames. One evening, on his way home, Montag meets 17-year-old Clarice McClellan, a girl who is different from everyone else. She is curious and loves nature. She asks him if he is happy and tells him that firefighters used to put out fires, not start them. Her words leave Montag with a strange feeling of doubt. After this encounter, he comes home and sees his wife Mildred lying with seashell earphones, devices for listening to programs. She is emotionally empty and obsessed with interactive television, which replaces real life for her. That night, she tries to take her own life by taking too many sleeping pills. Montag calls a special service, which, without any emotion, pumps out her blood and replaces it with new blood. After that, she wakes up remembering nothing. In the morning, Mildred wakes up as if nothing happened. She doesn't remember the events of the night and goes back to her usual routine of watching interactive shows, completely immersing herself in the world of screens. Over the next few days, Montag meets Clarice several times, and she shares her thoughts about life with him. She tells him that people have stopped talking about important things, they don't look at the stars, and they don't listen to each other. One day, Clarice disappears. Montag finds out that she was hit by a car. Montag becomes increasingly confused and depressed. He starts to feel an inner conflict about his job. On another call, they arrive at the house of an elderly woman who refuses to leave her books. The woman sets herself on fire along with her books, choosing to die rather than live in a world without them. Before the house is set on fire, Montag steals one of the books. This isn't the first time. He already has a stash at home, but he has never read them. The next morning, he doesn't want to go to work and feels sick. He is tormented by thoughts of the woman who burned herself for the sake of books. His boss, Beatty, comes to his house. He knows that Montag is having doubts and tells him why books were banned. Beatty explains that books caused controversy and made people unhappy, so society itself decided to get rid of them. Beatty gives Montag a day to return the stolen book, or else he will be punished. After Beatty leaves, Montag shows the books to Mildred, but she doesn't understand his excitement and is afraid. Montag doesn't know what to do, so he decides to ask Faber, an old professor he once met in the park, for help. Faber is afraid at first, but eventually agrees to help. He gives Montag a miniature communication device. Montag returns home and finds his wife in the living room with her friends, who are mindlessly discussing politics and TV shows. Unable to stand it any longer, he reads them a passage from a book. One of the women starts to cry, while the others are confused and angry. After that, the women run away, and Mildred is angry at Montag. She thinks he ruined their evening. The next day, Montag goes to work, and they get a call to burn down a house. When they arrive, he sees that it's his own house. Beatty orders Montag to burn down his own house himself. Montag, furious and betrayed, sets the house on fire. He watches as the books burn in the windows. While the house is burning, Beatty provokes Montag, mocks him, humiliates him, and tells him that books will never make him happy. Beatty finds the tiny earpiece to which Faber is speaking to Montag, and cruelly breaks it, realizing that they are being watched. In despair and anger, Montag points the flamethrower at Beatty and sets him on fire. The fire engulfs his body, but he stands motionless, not even screaming. Montag, realizing that he will now be hunted, flees the scene of the crime. But the mechanical hound chases after him. The hound catches up to him and manages to inject its needle full of poison into his leg. Feeling the paralysis spreading, Montag aims the flamethrower and destroys the mechanical hound. Realizing that the police have declared him the main enemy, he decides to escape to Faber. Montag makes his way through the city at night, avoiding patrols, and comes to Faber, asking for help. Faber helps him change clothes, gives him an old suit, douses him with alcohol to mask his scent, and advises him to run to the river. Montag leaves Faber and while escaping, is nearly run over by a car when a group of young men tries to hit him on purpose. He finally reaches the river, jumps into the water, and swims away, leaving the city behind. Montag floats down the river, looking up at the stars, and feels relief for the first time in a long while. Eventually, he comes ashore and finds himself in a forest, surrounded by silence and darkness. He meets a group of people gathered around a campfire. These are fugitives who preserve books in their memories. One of them, a man named Granger, explains that each of them has memorized a book. Granger says that the world will change someday, and their knowledge will help rebuild it. Somewhere in the distance, an explosion is heard. The city that Montag left behind has been destroyed by an atomic bomb. Montag realizes that the civilization he once knew has just ceased to exist. Granger says that now they have a chance to build a new world on the ruins of the old one. Granger tells the legend of the phoenix, a bird that burns in fire but is always reborn. He compares humanity to the phoenix, which destroys itself over and over again, but each time has a chance to be reborn. Montag realizes that he is no longer just a fugitive. He is now a bearer of knowledge that will help build a new world. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to write in the comments which book you'd like to see next time. Your ideas are very important. See you in the next videos.